Hey everyone, this is Nez or Z-Man or whatever you want to call me. Today with my good friend, Blake, and we're gonna be doing, what is it? Blake is gonna be playing, Fazbear Pizza Simulator, and, he's doing the Insanity ending, and he plays this a lot, and so I wanted to see how fast he could do it. So I got a timer started, I'm capturing a screen on Discord, so we should be good. So whenever you're ready, man.
Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. It should be more than enough. Now let's get started. On your left are your product's catalogs. And more expensive catalogs by simply purchasing items for your pizzeria. Use the arrows at the bottom right of the item window to browse the products for each catalog. When you're finished shopping, click the button labeled Blueprint Mode.
Alright guys, so if you don't know, his main strat is Midnight Motorist. He's been grinding this game for a long time, and the optimal strat is a no-hit run, which means dodging all the cars. Because you see, the mechanics of this game, how it works, is every time you get hit, the counter in the top right will actually stop counting for a few seconds. And as you can see there are 4 laps, and with every single lap that you hit, it resets the cars in your path. So even if there's a car right there, as long as he hits the finish line first, he is good. Main thing is trying to get good RNG and sticking with the pattern, because if you get bad RNG and you get trapped, you get hit and you'll lose points. So as you can see, Blake here is doing a fantastic job dodging all the cars. He's being as optimal as he can. He's staying near the wall to decrease his chances of getting hit, but he's also staying close to center so that way he doesn't get cornered. A really good run right there. My average score on practice has been about a 27,000. Not 27, 22. So his 27 was actually very good. And as you can see here, he is just trying to max out and get all the people together. He's getting all the points for all the characters right now, so he can increase the Fazbear rating, which if you increase it enough will give you money. And then he also has all the people in the trash gang are pretty close to it, so once he finally gets the stages for it. Awesome. Now that he has all the trash gang, when he gets the stages, he can put them all up and he'll get a bonus. I can't remember the exact bonus amounts. I believe it's 1,000 for the trash. Trash is 1,000. Mediocre melodies is 10,000.
10,000.
Yep.
Strong ensembles 20. I don't know about the music man and chip one.
Right. But I think it's unlikely that you'll see them in this run, as this is mainly focused on getting enough cash for just the egg data archive, and that's it.
I've won. Well, once I get the mediocre melody one, it's over.
Right. So the main thing is just staying consistent. That's the main thing. If he can get multiple runs on here without getting hit, he'll be set. As you can see, he's doing great. Just a little tip. This is not coaching, but this is just general knowledge that I've thought of. Is whenever you hit the lap, the earlier you hit it, the earlier you set the timer for it to stop. So if you're all the way in the back and then you hit the lap, then it doesn't count because it'll stop the counter sooner. But if you go as far as you can and you hit the finish line, then it'll stop the counter preemptively, which means you'll actually get more points. So essentially, you want to stay near the back at the very beginning, so that way you can have the most reaction time to dodge all the cars. But then when you get close to the end of the lap, you want to be as far up as possible, so that way you can stop the counter as soon as you can.
Yeah, but if you stay back near the back for the finish line, you travel more, which gives you more points. Fuck.
But it's not based on travel, it's just based on time not hit.
It's based... How the points work is how much time you were at a certain speed. And if you get hit, it stops all your speed, which you no longer get points because you're no longer at the speed to get points.
That's true. But like as of right now, you're at 200 miles per hour and it's not increasing. There is a top speed you can get to. It's just time dependent on how long you can not get hit for. So like a 25 there, even though it doesn't seem nearly as good as his other 27s, it's actually still very, very good. Also, for the stream, please ignore the 3 at the top of the corner. That was an issue with the previous attempts. That is not dependent at all. So this right here is his first fresh time doing this. He didn't have any practice beforehand, but he's also is very experienced in this. He's done this multiple times, and it's a hobby of his to practice on this, so he should be warmed up. As you can see here, he's just staying solid. Very good plays. I do admire your dodging skills, because while it may seem easy, like on paper, actually doing it is very difficult.
It's honestly not that hard as long as your RNG's alright.
Right, but like, you still have to have pretty good reflexes, especially when you get to like top speed. I mean, if you have good RNG, it's not nearly as bad, but even with good RNG, it's hard to avoid everything. And you've only gotten like 1, maybe 2 hits. And you're, yeah, like a consistent, like a no-hit 27 is exactly what you want, and you're getting it like every single time. Because I think you get like $200, maybe $300 for each time you do it. Just because you get so many Fazbear points, your Faz rating goes up. So that's really what you want. And then of course switching out the mediocre melodies to try to get that Faz rating up, so that way you can spend more money, so you can get to the upper tier where you can buy the stages. That's very, very important. Now what I want to know is Blake gonna go for the sponsorship deal?
I did.
You did. That is.
Yeah, I bought Sanitation Station because 100 is what you need to unlock the next catalog.
Alright.
And then I took the sponsorship for Midnight.
Oh, that's fine. 1 hit, it's not as bad. I think once you get in the 3-hit range is when it becomes suboptimal.
2 hits. It's bad once you get 2 hits.
But not too shabby. Oh, nice dodge. As you can see, laser focus here. Really just staying consistent.
You know, whenever you crash into somebody, they just completely disappear, which makes me think, but once you hit them, you just vaporize them.
Yeah. It's like every other video game, you know, you kill a family of 4 and you get bonus points. Plus, you're crossing into multiple lanes of traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure how many Faz tokens he has left, but I believe this is the 6th or 7th time going. So he should have a couple more attempts, and then he's going to have to go into his first night, which is really just about the display and how he manages tasks, because I don't believe he'll have any animatronics in yet. Or, well, if you don't buy anything marked down.
I have no risk.
That's good. So, in that case, it's just the display. So as long as he can go as fast as he can upgrading those things, he should be fine.
I dodged that shit, bro.
Now, my main question is, will Blake go for the equipment bonuses?
Yeah, that's why I'm going with this one more time. So to buy a few more things so I can get more money each time.
Right. I didn't know if it was... Oh, bad RNG. Ooh. You hate to see it, folks.
Alright, I can work with this.
Also, I apologize for my gap of knowledge. As you can see, this is not my category that I tend to commentate. You can see I am a very FNAF 2 kind of guy, you know what I mean.
A restaurant is now officially open. Also, that doesn't mean the job is finished, however.
As you can see, he's looking through, he's checking to make sure there's no animatronics.
I forgot to do something.
Oh, that's gonna be some time loss. Ooh, that's some time loss right there. Hate to see it. You see, the suboptimal play that occurred was he forgot to get the equipment, so he had to go back, losing precious seconds. But thankfully, Blake is so optimal that he will not have any issue going through the tasks. And also, as you can see here, this is a very, very smart play. Blake is looking at the vent in between to try to avoid the ad. Unfortunately, he wasn't frame perfect, so he still got it. But that tends to happen from time to
I
time.
haven't switched from screens anymore, guys.
Right. I believe if you are fast enough, you can avoid the ad.
Yeah.
But it's very, very tricky. It's definitely something you should go for, though, because even if you stall it out, you'll still have to go through it eventually, not using the method, so going for it is optimal. The main thing here that's tricky, as you can see, is since the ad is gone, he's waiting for the circling to stop, and he's watching for that visual cue so he can do a frame-perfect press. However, if he misses the frame-perfect press and starts the next activity before the other one is finished, then he has issues because he undoes all the progress on the previous task. So as you can see, it's truly about pushing the buttons fastest. And here, even going through the menu, there's no delay. He's already knows through muscle memory what to press and how to press it. So there's no hesitation in any of his movements. It's very optimal play. So this is a pretty tense moment. He's on the last couple of tasks. The main thing is, will he get an optimal log out? Because as soon as you push that back button, it tends to be a weird spacing. So it's hard. It's easy to hit the equipment button. So we'll see. And he goes for it, and he gets it. Very well done. Very well done. We do not have splits, as this is all dependent on the money he earns, so there's no real split point for there to be. But for a night 1, that is very, very good. Now, this is very, very important. How he's gonna spend his money. First, he's got to farm some more Midnight Motorist. I think the main thing he has to do is he has to buy a certain amount of items so he can get his Faz rating up. So, of course, going for the game will obviously increase your Faz rating. But, once he gets his Faz rating up and he gets enough money, he can buy more items and he can unlock more of the catalog. I think unlocking the catalog is a must, because that's what gets your huge bonuses for the characters. So, as you can see, it's very, very important for the Blake to get all these characters, because that bonus is very, very pivotal for the run. I feel like no character would be a very foolish option. However, I haven't done much research into it, but I believe there may or may not be categories of this where you don't get the characters. However, I feel like that would be near impossible. A very nice time of 26:49. Better be 24:69, but you know. And as you can see, while he's getting the Faz rating notification, he decided to get the sponsorship. Very optimal. So that way he could wait for the animation and then also get the sponsorship at the same time before getting into the next game. As I believe there's a cooldown on getting into the next game. You have to wait for the Faz rating. So, very optimal play. As you can see, every detail is planned out.
No, I have no idea what I'm doing.
No. You're clearly a professional.
No, seriously, I'm making this all up as I go.
Yeah. But honestly though, dude, the sponsorship click, like even though like it was just a thing you thought of, that actually was optimal. Because I think there really is a cooldown in between doing the games, because you have to wait for the Fazbear rating. So doing your first game and then getting the sponsorship while you're waiting for the cooldown was actually a good time to save. Like if you really got good at Midnight Motorist, like truly, and what is it? You decided you want to get the world record for just Insanity Speedrun or like other speedruns of that nature, I think you could do it. Like jokes aside, like very, very good. Ooh, mark down. But then your risk goes up. Is it worth it?
No, not at this point.
I mean, but it's $400.
I could probably deal with it, but...
And that's for a rock star.
Yeah.
That's a very difficult decision. Because here's the thing, if you are good at dealing with the animatronics and you can afford to deal with them and you don't die, that is an optimal play. Because once you get the rock stars, like if you...
Yeah, but here's the thing, here's a higher risk, which means I have to buy more stuff just to keep that risk down, which is wasting more money.
Or you can just go with the risk.
Well, if I keep the risk, then that leaves a chance of more animatronics getting in.
Right, but if you can combat the animatronics, is
I
it
could probably
optimal?
just get overwhelmed pretty easily.
That's true, but it would be clutch.
I'm not gonna take the rock stars.
No, okay, fair. Very nice play.
27, 25? You joking me?
I wonder if there is a reason why you keep changing at the end.
It's not always consistent. I've gotten like 2769 ones. Nice, but actually, yeah.
2769 is a good score. Oh.
Not at the moment, yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
I can't. It's gonna be much later, but yeah.
That's fine. No more hits, you're good, man. I believe in you, dude.
Thank you.
No problem. That's what friends are for, dude. We're homies.
Me, my screw feeling is my fuck Midnight Motorist. Me, my own state Midnight Motorist, but I can really fail at it.
Dude, playing Midnight Motorist at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Me and the boys playing Midnight Motorist at 2 a.m.
Looking for beans. That's about the score I get whenever I play. It's either like a 24, like I even get 22 because I get hit easily. The hitboxes around the cars are very misleading. I feel like a lot of this run is definitely RNG based. Because if you got like
I could have gone for Fruit Punch Cloud, but he takes way too long.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth the money.
It's not.
No.
Well, if you got, because I'm just thinking out loud here, right? If you got a markdown stage, I feel like that would be very advantageous.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's super worth it, because
I'm gonna do.
if you get the fourth stage, well, the side stage marked down, I hope so much.
I'm gonna look this up real quick while you're playing. Actually I can't because I have global hotkeys on. Hold on, I'm gonna change the setting of this timer. It's not gonna do anything to it. I'm just changing it. All right.
Not a good run at all.
It's fine, man. Do your best. You've had some very good no-hit runs, so it's fine. Can you get a stage?
Yeah, you can get a markdown. I've seen a markdown before.
You can? Okay, that's what I didn't know. That was my main question. I'm making sure on this timer global hotkeys is checked whenever I'm not doing something. So that way no matter what thing I'm clicked on, I can still push the key and the split works. I think the key to speedrunning is vibing. Like, the more relaxed you are and chill you are with it, you know, like, just having a good time, I think the better you do. Did I ever tell you, what is it? My first speedrun I ever decided to do was Super Mario 3D World on the DS. I actually had splits for it and everything. I did on my phone in the timer and notes app. I wrote down my exact times. I don't know if I still have it or not, but I ended up getting like a oh, this is perfect. This is exactly what we're looking for. Sorry, I'm gonna stop myself so I can commentate. This is okay. He's got the trash in the gang. That's perfect. That's the $1,000 bonus he was looking for. So now he can get some of the mediocre melodies. Oh, wow. He's gonna go for the fruit punch.
What? Whoa, he's marked down?
Yeah, he can get marked down.
I'm gonna buy him anyway.
Did you know the pickles can get marked down?
He's worth more. He comes down.
Now, just a pro tip. When you go to the next night, make sure you get him off the stage, because then it doesn't count towards your liability.
Alright, you know what, screw it, we're gonna do a quick round of punch on one.
Okay, this is tricky. Remember, you are on a timer.
I do.
If you can get all 10 first try, that'd be sick. I'm gonna be very quiet, because this is important.
It's not looking good at all.
Bad pattern.
Absolutely.
Come on, Iron Jesus. That looked optimal.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed one.
Nah.
I don't think it's worth going for it again, dude. You got 3 tokens. Go for Midnight Motorist. I mean, to be fair, you got enough money for Midnight Motorist, because you got like $200. That's about how much you would make, and it took about as long as Midnight Motorist, so I don't think it was suboptimal. But that was very disappointing. I'm sorry, ma'am. That's tough.
Okay, so I'm thinking about actually salvaging scraps from him, because I could probably, with him, get Orville.
Right.
And then I won, because all I need to do is turn off the computers for like a couple of sessions.
Or you could try to max out your bonus revenue.
That too, yeah.
Because I believe bonus revenue goes up a lot. And then if you do entertainment and atmosphere, I think that goes towards your main. I think bonus entertainment is like 50% of what you earn. And then atmosphere and then entertainment is your other 50%. And then safety only helps liability, and then liability is for markdown stuff. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, but I'm not entirely sure. Make sure none of them have risk. I think Ned Bear or something has 1 risk. If you have risk going into the night, does that mean there could be an animatronic?
Well, I do have one. I have Lefty.
Oh, but did you keep Lefty on stage?
No, once you buy Lefty, you have Lefty to deal with.
Oh. I thought if it was just on stage. If you took him off the stage, I didn't think you have to deal with him.
No matter what, once you buy him.
Do the motion detector, see if he's nearby. A death here could be very suboptimal. And remember, he's still got the smoothie head to deal with, so... very difficult. A death here could be tragic. Ah, optimal. As you can see, truly a professional at work. Ooh, buying the upgrade in between, I like it. Because he was on his last task, and it doesn't really matter which order you do it in, but since he was already near the top, he decided to go for it. But then when he was coming from the bottom, that was near the equipment. As you can see, panel management is everything in this category. Okay, this is getting intense now. Has he gone to his second ad? That's the question. I don't want to break his gamer focus, because I know that this is very, very important, because he's still got Lefty to deal with. But...
well, Lefty isn't a problem, because at the point I buy him, I already have the rest of the rock stars.
right.
Like, got him now.
But a death here could be suboptimal. You don't want to get cocky. But keeping the fan off does help. As since he has 76 right now, he can afford to keep it off until the last task is done, which will keep Lefty out. And he's logged off. Way to go. Very optimal. Did you have your other ad still?
I think I did, yeah.
That's good. Oh, okay, this is important. Are you going to proceed with salvage? Did you throw it back?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought you were going to proceed with
It's
salvage.
gonna take way too much time, probably.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No lawsuits, that's good.
Take another run at you, just cause.
Right. I think more than one token would be suboptimal. Oh no.
Just one more again, no.
It's that one. But he didn't earn as much as Midnight Motorist. Okay. So, now the question becomes, will he ride out Midnight Motorist, or will he take another shot at the Fruit Punch?
No.
No Fruit Punch. Understood. As you can tell, Fruit Punch is very risky, because if you take way too long and you get no results, then it can be very, very serious. But, If you get results.
Not points.
Right. But it's completely RNG based. Hold on. You can keep going with this. I'm gonna search this up. If there's fruit punch manipulation.
Maybe. More bad voice. Not awesome.
Bro,
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but the timer messed up.
But
The timer messed up. I had global hotkeys on, and I went to go type something in, and I clicked the button that made it stop. Yeah.
I'm still gonna keep going like I'm trying.
That's fine. Since the length of this video can be a timer, we can actually figure out how long it took you.
Yeah.
Because I started the timer. So, we can have an unofficial timing, worst case scenario.
Oh my fucking god.
Always the one kid. I'm sorry, man, about the timer. I really didn't mean to, dude.
Nah, you good.
Maybe one day I'll figure out how not to be an idiot. Oh. Oh,
Okay,
that's...
so here's what I'm thinking. Because I'm gonna get fast points for that, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if it'll be more than what they cost.
Well, again, as long as you don't have him on stage, the liability doesn't count. Because with Lefty, it's different because he's already inside your building. But
I'm not gonna lie, they're definitely not gonna be getting fast points more than they're being sold for. Probably gonna be like, oh, here's a couple hundred, not 406.25. Ah,
suboptimal. It's okay.
very sub. Bro, where are my tier 3 Twitch subs for my badass boobies that I show on stream? Bruh. Screw it, we'll go for another.
Dude, oh, the one kid. Are you kidding me?
What? You joking me?
Okay, so I looked it up on the wiki, and no one has strats yet for manipulation.
I was seriously hoping that this man would be marked down now.
No, you're going for insanity ending. That's marked down.
Oh shit, that's right, I am.
Yeah. Holy frick. That's it. Go into the night. You don't even have to take it. Just go. Right. And remember, as soon as the cutscene starts, it's not as soon as the cutscene starts. It's as soon as the. I can't remember. When do we end it?
When this starts, I guess. Because I can't do anything.
Okay, then that was time.
Somewhere you weren't supposed to go. Saw something you weren't supposed to see.
Poggers.